Today on People Now.
Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me."
Donald and Hillary awkwardly share the stage at a New York charity fundraiser.
We can show someone being killed, but a body that everybody has is somehow not okay.
Rumor Willis fires back at critics, body shaming her younger sister Tallulah.
I don't think it's so much about death, it's about life, and it's about a story that will give so much life to other people.
Cedar Robertson reveals how her new movie, based on the Columbine High School shootings, inspired her to have greater faith.
And Rebecca Black is flashing back to her hit song Friday and her first ever tweet.
There was definitely a hashtag We So Excited.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to People Now. Happy Friday. Are you guys excited in here? Yes? Can we hear it? A little bit more? We made it. Very exciting stuff and lots to get to today. Here's what you need to know and what's trending, starting with this.
Here she is tonight, in public, pretending not to hate Catholics.
Donald Trump broke tradition with his remarks at the annual Alfred E. Smith Memorial Dinner in New York City, delivering a rough takedown of his political rival Hillary Clinton instead of the more lighthearted humor the dinner is typically known for. Trump, who spoke before Clinton, notably lacked the self-deprecating humor that previous presidential candidates have offered at the fundraiser meant to raise money for Catholic charities. Now, in case you missed it, here are 5 memorable moments from the event.
This is the first time ever, that Hillary is sitting down and speaking to major corporate leaders and not getting paid for it. It's true. It's true.
People look at the Statue of Liberty and they see a proud symbol of our history as a nation of immigrants, a beacon of hope for people around the world. Donald looks at the Statue of Liberty and sees a 4. Maybe a 5 if she loses the torch and tablet and changes her hair.
Michelle Obama gives a speech, and everyone loves it. It's fantastic. They think she's absolutely great. My wife, Melania, gives the exact same speech. And people get on her case.
Donald really is as healthy as a horse. You know, the one Vladimir Putin rides around on.
We have proven that we can actually be civil to each other. In fact, just before taking the dais, Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me."
Lady Gaga's new album, Joanne, is out today, and the singer wants everyone to know that the songs you're going to hear are a radical departure from the electronic dance pop that launched her into fame over a decade ago. In an interview Thursday with Beats One Zane Lowe, Gaga opened up about her new sound and how she wrote her song Angel Down in response to the highly publicized 2012 shooting of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, which launched the Black Lives Matter movement. In the interview, Gaga is saying this: "There is an epidemic of young African Americans being murdered in this country. I was overwhelmed by the fact that people just stood around and didn't do anything about it, and that the justice system continues to, over and over again, not seek justice for these families." She goes on to say, "I can only hope my voice and the lyrics will reach people. It's also a complicated thing. I'm not an African American woman, so how do I speak about those things? It feels impossible. How can I not say something? How could I possibly make an album about twerking in the club? In my mind, I can't reckon it." And Gaga goes on to talk about how she tried to distance herself from her old sound when making Joanne, telling Beats One this: "You have to erase all that success in a way. You have to take all those platinum albums off the walls and put them in the back and make room for more. You can't create records resting on the laurels of your previous success. At the end of the day, that's not really what I'm here for." And Gaga's also changing up the way she tours for this album. Instead of the stadium she's used to, she's gone back to her roots, playing a series of intimate promotional dive bar concerts across the country. But if you can't catch one of her shows there, you can watch her on Saturday Night Live this Saturday. We, of course, cannot wait for that. Moving on to this, guys. Rumer Willis, daughter of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. She is no stranger to making headlines, especially after taking home the Mirrorball Trophy on season 20 of Dancing with the Stars. So when she recently stopped by the People Now studios to promote her new music, I asked her about her sister Tallulah, who's been making her own headlines lately for her risque photo shoot with photographer Tyler Shields for his upcoming photo book. Here's what Rumer had to say about that, plus the advice she gives to her younger sisters on how to handle the limelight.
At the end of the day, my opinion, not just because she's my sister, on any art, and especially if someone kind of teams it racy or something like that, art is just a form of expression, whether it's with music, dance, photography, all of it. And to be honest, with the amount of just violence that we see all the time, and as you know, people are calling us, even on Instagram, like all of the kind of women and body shaming and all of that, it's hard for me to place judgment on anybody who puts things out there, because we are perfectly acceptable to show murder and violence, but if you show a woman's breasts or her butt, then it's somehow, you've definitely crossed a line, which, I mean, in my opinion, I think is a little crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that's part of the debate, right? Like, where do we find our ethic? Where do we find our sort of
where do we draw the
right?
line if we can show someone being killed, but a body that everybody has is somehow not okay?
You're the older sister. You've got experience here. You're paving a way. What's your number one piece of advice for your younger sisters when it comes to dealing with the public, dealing with criticism and the spotlight?
Just be unapologetically yourself. I think it's really easy to get into this industry and feel like you have to fit into a mold and feel like you have to say the right things and be the right kind of way and not speak your mind. And I've learned a lot about that, I would say, in the past 2 years too, and just be yourself, because there's always gonna be people that don't like you. There's always gonna be people that do. And if you're just yourself, then at least you will get people that love you for who you really are, as opposed to a kind of fake put-on version of yourself.
Great hearing her opening up about how she sort of has become a role model for her sisters.
I feel like she's a great older sister.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a cool family. More trending news from you, Andrea.
Yes, you do, Jeremy. So, a new little bachelor has arrived. The Bachelorettes Chris and Desiree Hartsock Siegfried welcomed a son. The couple that met on season 9 of The Bachelorette married in January of 2015 and announced back in April on Instagram that they were expecting a baby. And Desiree posted this adorable pic of her first child on Instagram of her son holding onto mom's finger. It's so adorable. She captioned the photo, "He already has us wrapped around his precious little fingers. We are overjoyed to welcome the newest addition to our family, Asher Wrigley Siegfried, born yesterday, happy, healthy, and strong." Well, Desiree and Chris have been sharing their journey with us online through their entire pregnancy. They announced in August they were expecting a boy, and Desiree has been posting tons of pics, including their nights out with the baby bump and her pregnancy cravings like cookies. It's a good choice. Chris is currently working as a mortgage banker, and Desiree is a blogger, author, and wedding dress designer. Well, congrats, Chris and Desiree, on the new addition to your family.
All right, guys, we've been buzzing about this for a while now. We can't stop talking about the new People Entertainment Weekly Network. It is free and available on streaming devices like Apple TV, Roku, pretty much anywhere you can get Netflix or Hulu. The network brings you shows that tell extraordinary stories, all the headlines in entertainment, big celebrity interviews, and if you miss us here at 8:30 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. on People.com, you can find us anytime on our network pin. And get this, we have a new show called The Best of People Now, counting down the top 10 stories of the week. We don't want you to miss anything, especially the really good stuff, so check that out.
The movie I'm Not Ashamed tells the story of Rachel Joy Scott, who was the first student killed in the 1999 Columbine High School shootings. The movie follows Rachel leading up to those tragic events as she struggles with her faith. It's our Toyota People Pick of the day. Well, I recently spoke to Duck Dynasty's Sadie Robertson, who plays Rachel's cousin Charity in the film, and Sadie told me all about her role. We also talked about social media and some of the surprising hate she's gotten online for some of her Instagram posts. Watch.
So I play the character of Charity, who is Rachel Scott's cousin, and I have a really cool part in the movie because Rachel is going through this really hard time, and she's struggling with her faith and stuff, and she comes down to my family in Louisiana, which was really cool because it was my family. My mom played my mom, and my sister played my sister. And I was able to kind of speak truth into Rachel and be like, look, girl, you just need to stay on the right path and come to Jesus and stuff. And which is really cool for me to be able to play because that's who I try to be in real life too. So it inspired me as a person for myself. And it was just a great great role and it's a great movie. It's going to be really deep and hard, but it's also, I don't think it's so much about death, it's about life, and it's about a story that will give so much life to other people because of this tragedy.
Bullying is a big part of this film. Have you experienced bullying at school or on social media, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I think everybody's probably experienced it in one way or another. Of course, I get it on social media a lot. I can't post a picture without getting some rude comment, and it doesn't matter what I post. I can post, literally I posted that I was like building a school in Africa, and everybody was like, I can't believe you don't help your own country, and like I got blasted for it. And it's like, you just can't, you can't win, you know? But I think that whenever you're confident in yourself and what you're doing, and you're solid in that, like my friend always tells me, like, don't be fragile, be solid, and know what you're doing, and be confident in it, and then it doesn't matter what people say.
All right, guys, stay with us because it's Friday. Should I sing? No, shouldn't sing. And Rebecca Black, she is here talking about that viral hit that you keep singing to. Took the internet by storm about 5 years ago. Plus, Victoria Justice reveals what her new music is going to sound like. Stick around.
Oh, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful. I tell her every day, you're amazing, just the way you are.
Don't miss all the latest amazing stories right at your fingertips. People love people.
Happy birthday, Kim. This Kardashian always brings her A game when it comes to fashion. So in honor of her big day, our Daily Focus is a look at the gorgeous star's stylish red carpet looks from over the years. Watch this.
Woohoo, it is Friday, and we're so excited. Remember those lyrics? All right, guys, can you believe it's been 5 years since Rebecca Black's viral smash hit Friday got stuck in all of our heads? I know, I still sing it every Friday. So when Rebecca Black stopped by People Now, she looked back on her now iconic song 5 years later.
The craziest part about it was how unexpected it was. Like, that song was never meant to do what it did. And I was a kid. I'm still a kid now. And I think it's insane to think it was only 5 years ago, but I've also grown so much. I feel like I'm a completely different person.
It's funny that you say that it was never meant to do that. So looking back, you're like, it's kind of shocking.
Yeah,
it's over 100 million views on YouTube.
I know, which is insane. That first moment was like, oh my God. And I remember I met Ryan Seacrest at one point and I was like, I'm just a kid. What am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying. And I look back now and I'm like, girl, I feel you. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
What did he say to you?
Oh, I don't know. He was really sweet. He actually set up my Twitter for me.
He set up your Twitter?
Yep, that was my first follower, I believe, maybe my
Wow. Do you remember your first tweet back then?
I think it was like, oh no, I don't know. There was definitely a hashtag we so excited. All of us trying to put it together, make it perfect. Definitely a selfie too.
It's that time again. The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Tracks. Well, the stars were out in full force at the premiere of Marvel's Doctor Strange, and all eyes were on Benedict Cumberbatch, who's playing the lead character in the superhero flick, and he was looking very dapper in his velvet blazer. Cumberbatch's wife, Sophie Hunter, also attended the premiere, and according to E! Online, the couple is expecting baby number 2. The couple had first child together, Christopher Carlton, back in June of 2015. Well, Benedict wasn't the only one lighting up the red carpet, as Rachel McAdams proves she doesn't need black magic to dazzle. McAdams effortlessly wowed in a silver strapless gown from Atelier Versace's Fall 2016 collection. The star completed the look with a pair of nude suede platform heels, H. Stern jewels, and a bold red lip. And Tilda Swinton also turned heads on the red carpet. The Oscar winner donned a green gold velvet Hyder Ackerman gown that was cinched at the waist with the designer's silver metal belt. Looking good, Tilda. All right, guys, I think we can all agree that the Girl on the Train star Justin Theroux has just won Throwback Thursday with this vintage Instagram post. It's with Elizabeth Banks from their 2005 film, The Baxter. They played two teens in love. Justin captioned the photo, "Fake TBT to fake high school sweetheart for fake set photo with the very real Elizabeth Banks." Justin is rocking a white turtleneck and denim jacket with a popped collar, and Elizabeth is owning that 80s hairstyle. And let's not forget how great Justin looks in those braces. Never forget. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
Guys, Jack Osbourne has been incredibly open about his 2012 diagnosis of relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis. So when I recently talked to the TV personality and father of two, I got an update on how his health is today. Plus, I found out the unique and very cool way Jack is spreading the word about MS. Check this out.
I'm doing really well right now, which is awesome, always good news. So that's all I can really ask for at the moment. I'm feeling good, I'm taking care of myself, sticking to my treatment plan, so things are good.
Yeah, has the lifestyle shift been something that, I don't know, has it been tougher than you thought it would be? Or?
It's kind of weird because like I got diagnosed with MS 3 weeks before my oldest daughter was born. So like, yeah, so there was a huge lifestyle change anyway, and then you add to this, so it
almost got masked in
yes, it kind
like
of did. It shifted the focus, which I think is good. To create a destination website for people to go and just learn the broad strokes about MS. What is it? How does it affect people? You know, and kind of cut through a lot of the noise that the internet tends to be full of.
Sure.
And it was like, here's just the facts, and it's easy to digest. I just don't want to make it about me.
Okay.
Even though, yeah, it's You Don't Know Jack About MS, and I am hosting it, whatever, it's that I want the focus to be about the disease and kind of giving people a little bit of hope and a bit of a better understanding about what it is.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Guys, Victoria Justice rocked it out in Fox's Rocky Horror Picture Show Thursday night, but will fans get to hear her own new music anytime soon? They sure will. I got the scoop on the new album, or the album that former Nickelodeon star is working on, and guess what? I think fans are definitely going to be satisfied. Check this out.
I kind of took a bit of a break from music and was focused more on acting, but music is such a part of my soul and who I am, and I've been back in the studio, I've been writing more, I've stuff that I'm really excited about and proud of, and I can't wait to put something together and put it out there.
So you've been writing, things are already underway. If you had to say what has inspired you most for the new songs that you're writing, what would you say it is?
That's tough to say, because I think I'm inspired by a lot of different things. I mean, sometimes it's like a relationship type song about being in love, or I don't know, I can get inspiration from anything. I don't want to like give away any of my songs yet.
I know, of course not. Do you think we'll learn something new about you? Will fans learn something new?
I think, yeah, by listening to my music and because I write it as well, so I think people will definitely get more of a sense of like who I am, and I think it's very real to me.
Okay, final question.
Yes.
Are we gonna dance it out to your new music, or is it gonna be more like we're gonna like settle down and sulk in it a little?
I think
in
there's
a good way.
some of it's gonna be kind of vibey. I have a song that I just wrote recently that is really kind of mellow and has like a very laid back feel to it. But I definitely want to have some songs on there that are gonna make you want to dance.
All right, guys, coming up next week, country superstar Kellie Pickler is swinging by the People Now studios. We love talking to her. Plus, we have the cast of Amazon's highly anticipated new show, Good Girls Revolt. You don't want to miss that.
Well, thank you so much for watching. For now, we leave you with a sneak peek from that Good Girls Revolt interview. Here's one last thing with Anna Camp. Enjoy.
Hi, I am Good Girls Revolt star Anna Camp, and this is One Last Thing. The last time I laughed so hard I cried was at my bachelorette party when my bridesmaids stole me and drove me to Chatsworth to a country line dancing club. And I got a little drunk and started dancing with one of the it was all older people, and he grabbed me and he said, "Congratulations, can I get a picture with you?" But he ended up thinking I was Jewel. I loved it. It was awesome. Okay, the last movie I saw was She's All That because I was in a hotel room, and whenever that movie is on, I can't not watch it because Freddie Prinze Jr. was like, oh my God, I loved him. Okay, the last song that I had stuck in my head was Strangers in the Night. I always have that song in my head constantly. I don't know. Yeah, so that's it.